I bounced around the state of Virginia, but Harrisonburg is my home.
I've been in Jersey City for about 4 years.
I'm originally from Wisconsin, northern Wisconsin, and now living in that area again.
I went to school in New York, and I've been here. I'm 53 years old. I was in Des Moines for about 5 years, so 48 years in New York.
Brooklyn for 10 years, Utah before that.
I was born in Evanston, Illinois, raised in California, and went to school at Minnesota, so I lived in Minneapolis for many years. Came back after traveling and was working for a business college recruiting high school students about their future. So Lori and I met at her high school, and I just stayed.
Smart.
Well, what I do is I'm a trial lawyer. I spend a good part of my life on my feet in a courtroom. Believe it or not, most of my life has been spent defending corporations and insurance companies because you make your living where you can, although my sympathies aren't necessarily these days in that direction. You got to make a living.
Well, I have really two jobs. I'm a freelance editor and writer, and I'm also a firefighter.
I came here to meet with some friends from a seminary kind of mentoring program that I'm taking part in.
I actually started an internet company back in Utah, and my wife, who's a painter, would have shows here in New York occasionally. And so we sort of came back and forth, and over the years decided New York was way better than Utah. And so when things got to the point where my company could kind of run itself, we decided to just move. And one day we just up and packed everything and we moved to New York.
We have a travel business together, but we're both teachers, so I think our connection with Occupy, what really struck home is that we were involved early in the protest in Wisconsin over the state legislature's so-called budget repair bill that is essentially destroying public schools, and removed the choice of collective bargaining from teachers and public workers, and that got us motivated long before Occupy.
I've been involved in the Occupy Wall Street movement since probably around first week of October.
Just to see what was going on, because a lot of the things that we deal with, our readings and things in the seminary are geared toward social justice informed by scriptural study. So if we're going to be talking about social justice, then I need to be seeing what's going on and a large, prominent social justice movement.
I saw what happened on Wednesday morning, early Wednesday morning, and was kind of upset by that.
When I came to that first rally in Foley Square, I expected it to be small. I didn't feel like I could just stand out any longer. Like, if this is what I believed, I had to take part. And I'm not really a joiner, and I don't like being in the public spotlight. So this is a bit of a stretch for me, but I went down by myself, and there were so many people there and expressing similar sentiments and signs and chants that I was just overwhelmed. I felt like crying.
What do I hope to change? I don't hope to change John Boehner, or I don't even hope to change Barack Obama. I hope to change the American people. Get them to wake up and say, wait a second, these people have a point. What's going on here? And that, I think, is happening.
Yeah, looking back in 5 years, I would love to look back and see this as the beginning of a really major change in our culture, where we began to think that we have to really put our priorities in order.
I would like to be able to not have to not have to take money from my 401k to pay my mortgage. I'd like to do that. I would like to be able to educate my children, send them to college like my parents did for me.
America's a dying empire, and everybody knows it. And as much as we could wish that it could continue on the way that it won't, it can't.
A permanent connection among people politically to take on banks and take on companies that control wealth and move that into the hands of local people.
Some people are content to stay in that angry space of, you know, pushing and pushing and pushing and fighting. And persistence and fighting is critically important, but so is acknowledging just this notion of humanity and commonality.
My name is Chris Cavanaugh.
My name is Peter Madison.
My name is Matt Carson.
My name is